will take on Winnipeg once again after downing them last night. It's another matchup with Winnipeg coming up, brought to you by Come and Go right after this.
Tonight, Central Iowa Sports Network presents
Left footer cross, goal by Cody Lofgren. Takes it across, header in.
your Des Moines Menace Soccer. Des Moines Menace Soccer is brought to you by Come and Go, where "and" means more. Doritos, YMCA of Des Moines, and by Teal Chiropractic and Des Moines Orthopedic Surgeons. Des Moines Menace Soccer, live on Central Iowa Sports Network.
Welcome to Valley Stadium, where the Des Moines Menace, leading the PDL, tonight take on Winnipeg. What's sure to be a warm game. Dar Danielson here along with Justin Vorster as we get ready for another matchup with Winnipeg. And it's another matchup, Justin, but a different lineup for the Menace. There's a lot of new names in the lineup tonight.
Yeah, he's made 10 changes to the lineup. The only player that's starting tonight is Ledbetter from last night, so Austin Ledbetter will come in at right center back. But he's got Leaker in goal, Musbrook at right back, Schropes at left center back, Eddington left back, Sunday Moang and Hook come in as the two number 6s with a new player, Marsh, coming in at the number 10 role. Apparently he's a player to watch, so be interesting to see what he does. Gonzalez on the right, Jones on the left, and Barlow up front.
And I think he's Marsh making his first start. I believe he saw a little time, and I think the other night just a little bit, I think they said, but making his first start, I believe, here.
Yeah, his first start here at home for the Des Moines Menace, as well as Leaker. Leaker, the goalkeeper, is making his first initial start, or home start for the Menace. So should be some exciting stuff. I was speaking to Macco before the game, and he said it'll be interesting to see how it goes. I mean, he's looking to rest some players during this game because they're on the road and traveling to Chicago on Tuesday.
Injury report brought to you by Atletico, and anything new on the injury front from different from last night?
No injuries from last night. So all the guys are healthy, which is good for the Menace. According to Winnipeg, they look good as well. Obviously, with Simwanga being sent off last night, Balmeen is probably going to come in as center back alongside Atigalam. Okay, Atigalam will come in at left center back. And then Dante has been added to the squad. He was down in Kansas City with Sporting KC on a trial, hoping to sign for them. But I remember him from last year, and he was quite a handful for the Des Moines Menace back.
I kind of remember that name too. Yeah, he was somebody they really had to keep an eye on all the time. He was ready to break out at any minute.
Yeah,
it seemed like.
It was quality.
The weather report brought to you by ABC5, and the temperature dropped just a little bit, down to about 85, but you had quite the range of conditions for your match earlier. As we got a little rain beforehand, and then sun came out a little bit, and it really made it a little worse down on the field, didn't it?
Yeah, typical Midwest weather. It storms, it gets cools down, and then obviously when the sun comes out, heats it up again, and you get the moisture coming up off the turf. And yeah, it was a little hot down there.
We might see a few storms here later in this match. Hopefully we'll get into it and get it mostly complete before that happens. Keys to the game tonight from Schottenkirk Chevrolet. You're playing this team again. You handled them pretty well last night, but I think this team has done a good job on these players of putting away what happened in the previous game and moving on to the next one, haven't they?
Yeah, they're well organized. They work hard. Off the ball, they get behind the ball. They stay very, very compact. What's nice about the Menace team is each player knows their roles and responsibilities, whether you're coming off the bench. And if you're coming off the bench, you must be an impact to the game. And from what I've seen over the course of the last 3 weeks, every single player has been an impact to the game. They've made a change. They've been game changers. So from that aspect, that's fantastic moving forward.
Well, getting ready to start tonight's match, and brought to you by Come and Go, and we'll keep you updated on as things change with the weather, if that becomes an issue. And You were saying under the rules, if you get into the 70th minute and it gets real bad, then they can call the game at that point?
Yeah, according to the PDL rules, if it's in the 70th minute, thunder and lightning, that's when the referees can call the game.
And most often that's what it is. It's lightning, isn't it, that where they would stop it probably because of just the danger of that.
Yeah, and you'll get a 25 to 30 minute lightning delay. I mean, if it's raining, it's no problem. We can play in the rain, but obviously with lightning, then you have a delay, and we just hope that we're not stuck here till 2 a.m.
Well, no, let's not do that. But anyway, match is coming up. We'll have the starting lineups for you coming up, too, in just a little bit. Let's take a break, and we'll come back with more after this.
For a limited time at Schottenkirk Chevy in Waukee, get up to $12,000 off select new Silverado Crew Cab LTs. Get 25% off new Impalas, Sparks, and Sonics. These are going fast. Equinox owners get an additional $1,500 towards the purchase of any new Chevy. And no, you don't have to trade it in. If you served, save even more with military discounts. Save big in Waukee. Schottenkirk Chevrolet on the west end of Hickman, Waukee.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
Poor eating habits and lack of exercise have contributed to a doubling of childhood obesity. The YMCA knows that lifestyle habits such as healthy eating and physical activity will help reverse this trend. The Y offers programs for kids of all ages, from preschool through high school. Water babies to swim teams, basketball, summer camps, flag football, child watch, and even lacrosse. If your family is serious about living an active and healthier lifestyle, why wait? Join the Y today and let tomorrow be the start of your healthier family.
Back at Valley Stadium, players lined up at midfield, getting ready for the starting lineups here tonight. Dar Daniels, Justin Vorster, ready to bring you the men's half of the doubleheader. And congratulations, another win for you today, and a good overall match. And I know that Winnipeg was kind of worn down, but the thing I liked is that you put in some different players, and they kept hustling up the field and really kept working hard throughout the entire match, it seemed like.
Yeah, I think the last 2 days have been a great morale and confidence boost for the team. Yes, and players coming off the bench need to impact the game. I think that's important, and they did. So it makes my decision difficult moving forward in the future when I select the squad. But the dynamic and the chemistry in the team is fantastic right now, and we just got to keep moving forward. We have an all-important match next weekend in Chicago. So let's see what happens. Hopefully we can turn things around.
All right, the starting lineups here tonight for the men: Nick Jones, Tommy Barlow. Up front in midfield, Sean Hook, Sunny Muang, Ryan Mosh, Raul Gonzalez. In the defenders, Alec Mossbrock, Nick Edgington, Austin Ledbetter, Peter Schropp, and Jake Leaker in goal. And as he talked about, Ledbetter, the only player who was in the lineup last night for the Menace, so switching that around. And now let's pause for the national anthem. And the national anthems of Canada and the United States. I'm not a singer, but they tell me that the United States national anthem is harder because of the song and the range you have to hit to sing. From what I've heard, I don't know. I don't sing well enough to sing either of them in public. But
I don't know. I've heard some national anthems out there, and a lot of them sound difficult to sing.
Yeah.
Mind you, I'm not a singer, so.
a little Canada one seems a little, I don't know, maybe a little easier, but anyway, we're
stroke the voice cords here, and yeah.
we're set to go. And the Menace will be wearing the black uniforms, black tops, black shorts, and the red socks tonight, while Winnipeg will be in all white as we get ready to get this match underway. And they're doing the coin toss. And looks like Winnipeg one will defend, if I read it right. So, again, the Menace want to start out strong here and play. They've been playing great offense, great defense, both, Justin, here in so far to start the season, and just keep on doing what you're doing. Different players in the lineup, but the same philosophy and same system, right?
Right, and they, as always, they're going to want to get off to a really good start, be positive, get forward at every opportunity within the first 10 minutes and really put Winnipeg on the back foot. Winnipeg, on the other hand, if they're going to play like they did the other night, is sit in, keep it tight, keep it compact, don't allow the Menace to come down the middle, although the Menace will use the width if that's the case to combat that. And I mean, it's interesting because games can change anyway day to day, so it could be a different day altogether. It looks like Winnipeg are going to have kickoff.
And if Leaker back there as the keeper, does that change anything? Because he kind of helps the defense too, doesn't he, a little bit, that keeper back there? Does that make much of a difference? Or?
This is a chance for Leaker. I mean, he's been given an opportunity to start. He's been back up to Nico Campbell, and I mean, this is a chance for him. Can I show the coaching staff what I'm made of? And if he pulls off 2 or 3 good saves in this game, it's going to be a good confidence booster for him as we get the game on the way.
Underway, Winnipeg with it here. Starting out, Sangha taken away and tried to shoot it up. Gonzalez up the middle there. And Winnipeg shoots it up high.
Mossbrook.
Yep, Mossbrocker knocks it down. And they'll send it back to Leaker. And the Menace will move up. Getting underway. Nick Jones and Tommy Barlow up ahead there. Barlow in the middle. And they look for him and pass a little off there. Headed ahead by Wing Sunday. And here comes Winnipeg. I'll slow it down as the Menace defense gets back. Silva outside, now back into Silva. Sangha sends it over to Makic. He tries to sneak it through there, but knocked down by the defender. Good job by Sunday to knock that down. And up the right side. They'll turn on it. Drop it back to Gonzalez. Barlow. Gonzalez still trying to pull it in. Mossbrook knocks it down. Set it all the way across the field. Nick Jones able to get a foot on it. Now back to Jones. And he tried to send it inside, but it'll go off. Winnipeg for a corner. Brought to you by Shields.
Looks like Schroep's out at left back. And Eddington is in at right centre back, and Ledbetter is at left centre back. So just a correction on my starting lineup there.
Lobbed up high over the top. Mossbrook. And Winnipeg tries to clear it out. Sunday Muang will take it into Mossbrook. And here comes Morris. A little back and forth here early on. Yeah. Winnipeg trying to get control and push it out. And
yeah, Sean Hook just slightly high there into Amara.
So it'll be free kick. Right up here for Winnipeg. Jack Gale will take it for the North Stars. Drop it back. And Menace quickly coming up, trying to close. Knocked up ahead. Mash. Oh, trying to get it through to Gonzalez. Battle for it still. Keeper's down.
That was close to a foul, to be honest with you. If he would have gone down, I think he would have got a foul there because the keeper didn't get any of the ball.
We foul on the keeper? Or a foul
on the keeper, yeah. I mean, Mash made a great run through the center.
And Barker came out. And when that keeper comes out, he's just like any other player. He has to play the ball. He doesn't he can't.
Because Marsh just got a slight touch to the ball, went past the keeper. I mean, it looks like he's hurt. But I think if he would have gone down, that would have been a penalty.
So they're.
But a more enthusiastic start from Winnipeg today.
Yeah.
They've come out and granted it's a different lineup from the Menace, but they've come out and they come out wanting to play.
Evan Barker. He made some nice plays last night, and then
he did.
You know,
he did
before
well.
the onslaught, he hit him a little bit there, but
he still. I mean, it could have been a lot more than what it was, but I thought he did a great job last night.
And he's walking it off here. And you're right, they'd come out with a little more energy, and there's some embarrassment when you get beat 5-0, and so you want to come out and show too, that hey.
Yeah, they have a point to prove, and last night's done with. It's a new game, and there's a fight for 3 points here.
So still talking with him there. Just 5 minutes into the match here. I don't know if he took a knee or something there as he was coming out.
If he took a knee to the face, and they'll check for concussions. I don't think they have a backup keeper in their squad.
And that must be what they're waiting for to check.
I mean, head injuries nowadays aren't taken lightly. I mean, all factors are taken into consideration. Hopefully it's not serious. Hopefully Barker can continue the game.
And referee's still down there talking with him. As we wait here to see what's they're going to do. Looks like they're going to take him off.
Yeah, it looks.
I think they're trying to decide who's going to go in goal. Maybe, I don't know.
Well, with the rules and regulations nowadays is,
If there's any kind of sign it's a
Yep.
concussion, they're going to make him leave the field. And
yeah.
so he's going to give his.
So it looks like Gale's going in goals.
And
They're going to have to bring someone off the bench.
he's going to have to get a different colored jersey to put on there.
Yep.
We'll give him a orange penny there to put on so that.
I mean, 6 minutes into the game, or 6 minutes, and it's a setback here for Winnipeg. This is tough.
Yeah, as I said, because they came out with the that pep, looked like they were ready to go, and then you have that happen. And he's moving around over there on the bench, but again, if there's any sign that concussion or problem,
Right.
they're going to take no chances with it. And here we go.
Well, the reserve keeper, the keeper that's gone in there now has decided he doesn't need the gloves.
Yeah, so he got rid
I'm
of
just
him.
going to deal with this
Was it-
without the gloves. As Nick Jones takes a throw in.
Yep. And it'll be a goal kick. Was it? That was Gale, right?
No,
I think, or was it? Well, now Barker going to come back in.
Yeah, he's coming back in. You know, I know what this is, the rule, and this rule doesn't happen in the pros. Is they've taken the keeper off because they've had to bring the staff in to take care of the goalkeeper. If it's a field player, the field player must exit the field and wait to come back in. Those are the rules. If it's a goalkeeper, because there's a different scenario, that keeper gets, once the keeper's okay, they can continue.
Right.
I think that's a bad decision because I don't think it was a head injury, to be honest with you, because he's back. Okay. But
so you think he should be able to stay on the field?
Yeah, he
if
should
it's
be
not-
able.
okay.
He should be able to stay on the field. They've made him exit the field because the trainers came onto the field, which I think is wrong. So hopefully the referees, assessors are watching this game and can deal with that as Nick Jones breaks through.
Yep, up the side. Can he get to it? Oh,
Good save by Barker. Left
got
foot.
a foot on it. Headed back toward Barker, runs it down. And
Goes for a
corner,
yeah.
the AR said it was out. It crossed the plane back there
Yep.
as Barker tried to get it, pull it back in. So it'll be a corner brought to you by Shields for the Menace. So Barker tight-roped it down there, but the AR saw that it went across. And here's the corner, swinging in, knocked out. Headed back over. And he lobs it in, header over the goal.
Just goes over the bar. Header was from Eddington.
And back into action again. Knocked down. Mash gets a foot on it. Now lobs it up ahead for Barlow. Barlow.
Offside.
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Flag
he's
went
offside.
up. And
So right now it looks like it's the Menace have got some form of control.
yeah, it seemed like it.
Yeah.
That momentum shifted just a little bit there with the stoppage.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a matter of staying mentally engaged in the game.
Goes Barker. Boots it deep.
Dante up for the flick on. Cleared away.
Edgington clears it out. Makic drops it back to Songa. Back to Gale. Now up ahead. Back inside. And Gale steps in there, knocks it away. And the Menace back the other way. Into the middle. Over on the far side. Feeds it into Gonzalez. Shoots it in off, just wide. Tried to just knock it in there on the run in, but
Good piece of
couldn't get the
combination
angle.
play there by Mushbrook going forward and combining with Gonzalez.
trying to
Nice-
get it into Barlow.
Yeah, nice piece of skill from Gonzalez on the right-hand side to whip that ball in.
Headed up. Hook. Sends it over. Barlow trying to run it down. And foul goes against the Menace.
Yeah. Free kick. Ati Galam wins the free kick. He's trying to jump out of that tackle. He was looking for a little more. I think he was hoping that a yellow card would be shown, but nah. Not close.
Gets it back to Silva. Oh, Silva battling there.
Silver and Hook. Hook was climbing over the top.
Hook's still down there mixing it up. Silva comes out of there with it. Sends it over in the middle to Morris. Neto Morris, he gets it ahead, but defenders are right there to clean it up. Ledbetter. Now up the side. Menace in black, Winnipeg in the white. And to send him away. Up ahead. And knocked down. Barlow tries to get the second
Barlow
shot.
was
With offside, yep.
Yeah, he was.
Flag is up. Mm-hmm.
He was offside when the ball was struck.
And a kick again for Winnipeg. Just over the head of send him away. Edgington will send it up over to the far side. 15 minutes in, had a little stoppage for an injury to the Winnipeg keeper. About 6 minutes in, that took a 3 or 4 minutes. And now back to action. The Menace on the attack. Out to Gonzalez. Drives into the middle, shoots it in. Barlow back to Gonzalez. Goal!
Well worked by Gonzalez. Fantastic goal. Gets the ball out wide, cuts in, inside, drives towards goal, plays a 1-2 off Barlow and strikes it bottom corner with his left foot. It's a fantastic goal.
Right to Barlow and back. Let's take a look at the replay here. Here you go, Gonzalez in there to Barlow, gives it back, and boom, left footer, as you said.
A little disguised ball in with the outside of his right foot into Barlow.
Yeah. And right into the right corner. Gets the Menace on the board here.
That's the start they wanted. Get the first goal.
And Barker clears that one out deep. And
Dante came from a offside position. Off to on.
Dato Morris called for offside, and here we go. Mossbrook sends it up. Lobbed across, Mosh. Defender knocks it out of there. Mossbrook tries to head it back in. And sent back over by Edgington. Now up the left side. Barlow trying to get control over there. Gonzalez over here on the right side calling for it. And they'll play advantage here.
Marsh up. It's difficult to get through.
And
Wins the free kick, though.
Yep.
Referee played advantage. Marsh was just trying to find. Mash, sorry, was trying to find a way through.
Seemed like it took a long time for him to wait and then decide it wasn't there. But
got a number of players that'll get around this ball, including Nick Jones, who scored a few from a free kick.
so Jones is there and Mosh. As they get the wall set up. Jones, right into the wall, and
there you go. That's hit him right in the head.
yeah, the Winnipeg player goes down.
I mean, that's commitment, but he took one flat in the head. That has to be painful.
Let's see that again here on the replay. Just a straight on shot there, and
hope he's okay.
Yeah.
We don't like to see this.
That's one of those things. You set up in that wall, and you're there, and most of the time they want to kick it over you. They don't want to kick it into you, don't they? I mean, it's the idea of it. But
I mean, that's commitment. I mean, he jumped, he got his head in the way, and it was going in. I mean, it was going anywhere on frame, so yeah, he took that flat in the head. So I hope he's okay. Nobody likes head injuries, and nobody likes injuries altogether.
Well, let's do this. While they're attending to him and their players are going to get water, let's take a quick break here. We'll do that, and we'll come back with more after this.
For a limited time at Schottenkirk Chevy in Waukee, get up to $12,000 off select new Silverado Crew Cab LTs. Get 25% off new Impalas, Sparks, and Sonics. These are going fast. Equinox owners get an additional $1,500 towards the purchase of any new Chevy. And no, you don't have to trade it in. If you served, save even more with military discounts. Save big in Waukee. Schottenkirk Chevrolet on the west end of Hickman, Waukee.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
Hi, Ron here, head coach of Westside Auto Pros. When your car's on the injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible. I know that. That's why you need to bring it here to Westside Auto Pros. I have a team of experts that can fix almost every automotive injury. Whether it's a fractured joint, a brake, or if your car just got its bell rung, no problem. We can even do a complete physical on your car to make sure it's game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get it back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging it back here. Let's move it, move it, move it.
Why do I look for the seal? It's about trust. Whether I'm buying a car, hiring a contractor, finding a tax preparer, or an honest mechanic, the Better Business Bureau seal means this business meets high standards. When I see the seal, I know I'll get what I pay for. No more taking chances and no more worries. And I feel good about supporting local businesses. My life is so much easier knowing I can always trust BBB accredited businesses. It pays to look for the seal. See for yourself at bbb.org/Iowa.
Back at West Des Moines Valley Stadium, the Menace leading here 1-0, and Toby Heinrich Kruger slowly moving off the field. He was in the wall, and the free kick hit him right in the head, and he went down. And so our second stoppage here. Earlier, Barker was injured and had to come out of the game for a little bit, and now
sportingly given back to the Menace.
Yeah, the Menace kicked it out after the injury, and now they're Winnipeg kicks it back the other way. And we're back to action. So let's hope that's the last of the injury stoppages we have here tonight.
They're not very deep on the bench either.
No. And in toward the goal, head is wide.
No, that's right. It's a corner. It came off one of the Winnipeg defenders.
Come off him? Yep. Okay. So it did end up, it'll be a corner for the Menace. Brought to you by Shields. And Peter Schropp will take the corner. Here it comes. Header by Gonzalez.
Good delivery. Gonzalez made the near post run. He was unmarked.
And just outside the right post. And Barker will send it the other way. Ledbetter heads it up. And run up the middle. Barlow turns around if he could find it and just couldn't quite locate it.
Bounced up, nodded back by Garrick into the arms of Barker. Again, looking for Dante up front. He's a big lad. Dante doesn't quite look like he's into it. He's asking the keeper for a better delivery. He just doesn't have enough support going forward, helping him.
William Brown drops it back. And take it away. Up ahead to Barlow. Barlow shoots it across. Ooh, just over the head of the leaping Nick Jones. So the Menace staying on the attack, keeping the play on their end, in their half. And got another issue with the player. Looks like Sangha.
Yeah, Sangha
went off.
Looks like he's taking a knock.
He's going over to get looked at. And here come the Menace. Mossbrook. Inside, back out to Gonzalez. And cleared away by the defender.
They're playing with two players down.
Gonzalez lobs it up high. Ooh, over the head of Barlow.
Nick Jones.
Stop, back out. Ooh, a little ricochet ball there. And Ledbetter sends it to the left. Schropp up ahead. Drives it in, takes a shot, and that'll be a corner for the Menace.
This is tough for Winnipeg. They're only playing with 9 players. I think 2 players down. Last night they played with 1 down.
Corner brought to you by Shields. So what do you try to do there? I mean, mark the nearest guys, or?
Yeah, just make it as compact as possible. I mean, they don't have a deep enough bench. They have someone warming up right now as the delivery comes in. Corner again. Came off Prince Amara's back. Deflected out for a corner.
So you just try to pack it in as much as you can and
yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's budget with Winnipeg, but surely you come down with more players.
Corner kick brought to you by Shields. Peter Schropp will send it in. On the ground, oh. Mossbrook coming in.
Mara goes down.
Marsh, rather.
Yep, Marsh came in.
And Mara gets up, limping a little bit. Prince Amara now back over and out for a goal kick. As Gale was trying to get there. So a lot of action. The Winnipeg playing down with some injuries. Down some men.
Yeah, it's Dante's come into the midfield, dropped in. Hoping that his physical presence can have an effect as he gets up for that header. Sunday in with Amara. Prince Amara's taken a few batterings today.
Dato Morris, he's a tall guy.
Yeah,
out there. He's and is that Amara?
Looks like Sanga is heading off to the trainer's room, so he looks like he's done for now. It's getting a little bit feisty down there.
And referee getting an earful as he stands there. And now talking, discussing some things here.
There's been more stoppages in this game than actual playing football.
And here we go. Free kick for Danto Morris. Drops it back. Jack Gale.
Dispossessed. Yep. Marsbrook forces a free kick.
Here come the Menace. Hook sends it out wide. Good move inside. Keeper knocks away left hand. Tried to bicycle kick. Header, goal! Menace on the board again.
Gonzalez trying the bicycle. I think it hit the top of his foot, just lobbed in the air, and Barlow flicked it into the back of the net.
Barlow. And let's see it here again. All right, here's the replay. See it come in. Gonzalez tried to bicycle it there, and then Barlow turns and, as you said, flicked it into the net.
Yep.
In the 31st or 30th minute here. And it's 2-0. Menace. So
I see that Winnipeg have a player that's entered the game. I wonder if it's Hernandez up front. No. But I think it's Badescu. Number 9, yes, Badescu's come in, so he's been added. So they're up to 10 players now.
Mossbrook knocks it down, sends it up. Gonzalez. Back over to Mosh. Mosh into the middle. Kept alive by Barlow. Now over to Gonzalez. Back to Barlow. Barlow, Gonzalez. He'll drop it back. Reset it. Ledbetter. Wide to the left. Lob up over. Headed back. Gonzalez trying to get to it. Hook comes up to help defend with Jones. Jones takes it away. Back the other way. Hook keeps it alive, drops it back to Mossbrook. Sunday. That's just really moving the ball.
Yeah,
And working Winnipeg around.
Just moving the ball. Just as they move the ball, Winnipeg have to shift. Can't afford to do stuff like that as Brown into dispossesses Sunday.
Brown heads up.
Well, one back by Ledbetter. Sunday picks it up.
And back the other way, Menace. Hook with it. To Mossbrook. Mossbrook up to Gonzalez. Into Barlow. Over to Mossbrook. Tries to get it back in. Tried to sneak it back by the defender. Didn't get it through there. And Winnipeg clears it out.
Balmain just kicks it out. He's got no options.
Hook. Send it across the field.
Schroep.
And he takes it wide there. Can Gonzalez get to it? No, but Winnipeg forced to clear it out. Menace coming up, going to attack quickly again. Into Gonzalez, to Mossbrook. Hook. Send it back and Ledbetter back up. Back in the middle, oh, knocked down. And Dante Morris couldn't keep it alive over there. Down, that went.
Dante's
out,
getting
yep.
frustrated. He's getting frustrated with his teammates himself.
And they end up getting a goal kick out of it, though. 34 minutes in, 2-0 Menace here. Got a couple extended stoppages for injuries already.
I suspect about 6 minutes.
Yeah, probably about that for extra time. The way it's gone. Want it up ahead. Mosh. Now out to Gonzalez on the right side.
Mossbrook overlaps him.
Circle back over. Back out to Mossbrook. Into the middle.
Barlow.
And
just off the line. Good commitment there from Atigalam.
Back in and out. It's going to be a corner. And the AR right down there on the line watching it to see if it broke the plane, and it just didn't, as you said, Atigalam knocked it out. Kept it from going in the goal there. So seems like Winnipeg hanging on by a thread here, trying to just keep it at 2-0. Across the middle, knocked down, back and out. It's going to be a goal kick. And tried to get it back in there. But once again, Winnipeg holds off the charge. Playing a man down. We're down a couple here for a little bit with the injuries.
Yep.
And that one's going to go. Dante Morris draws the foul there. And he's still down. And looks, is he bringing out a card? He didn't give a card, did he? He wrote something down. I didn't see him pull the card out.
Yeah, he didn't do it. Yeah.
So, okay. Nothing Menace. 37th minute here. Morris tries to drive it up through the middle, but knocked down by the Menace again. Gonzalez. Into Hook. Hook drops it back to Gonzalez again. Sends it out wide to Jones. Comes across the far side. Run down by Mossbrook. Mossbrook looking for a spot. Gets it in there to Sunday Wang. Into Barlow.
Trying to find his way through.
And
should have maybe just played a quick one back into Sunday as he broke the line. He was in on goal if it was played through to him. Dar, we need some fireworks here, man.
yeah. Well, it's been a lurching game. Start, stop, start, stop.
Yeah,
no, injuries here early.
Yeah, it's 2-0, but we need fireworks. We need something to happen.
Hook comes in there, battling with Morris. And then he gets knocked down by Braden Silva.
Yeah.
And there's some words going on out there.
Actually, that was Hook. Yeah, Hook was Silva.
Well, he and Morris are going at it, and then Silva kind of came in and bumped him late, too. The smallest guy in the field helping the tallest guy out there.
Silva just gets scattered by Sunday right there. Good tackle by Sunday. Wang.
Well, that's not quite the fireworks you were looking for, though,
no,
was it?
Yeah.
He turned on it, Prince Amara. Gale leaves it. Lee Barlow!
Oh, he should have finished that one. Should have finished it. Gale gave the ball away cheaply there. It was a gift for Barlow. Barlow should have done better with that. Should have finished it.
And seems like sometimes the hardest ones are those open nets in front of you.
Yeah.
You know, wide open and, man. But Barker boots it out.
Wang won it quite comfortably there.
Easily.
Overtowered the tallest man on the field.
Well, that's just been the what's happened here last night's game, and then so far tonight, they've just been beating them to that ball.
Yep, first ball, second ball.
Mockett's trying to bring it up. Now they'll drop it back to Gale. And now
Leaker might get his first touch of the game. Am I correct in saying that?
I think you are, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That's the first time it's been down to him, I think.
In the 40th minute?
Yeah. They keep it in. Brown. Now goes up to Amara. Drops it back to Morris.
Dive. No ways.
Barlow.
Sunday. Oh,
no, send
Barlow's
Sunday.
got to be a better ball than that.
Sunday stays with
Sunday,
it.
Yeah.
Lobs it over to Barlow.
Barlow's delivery into Sunday wasn't good enough, but Sunday did well to keep it.
Long shot goes over for a goal kick.
Yeah, well over the bar.
And I think these two teams are be glad that they're done seeing each other after this one, after playing in Canada and then a couple back-to-back down here.
I'll be honest with you. I think Winnipeg will be
Winnipeg
quite happy
for
to
sure.
get back on the road and head back to Canada.
Yeah. Morris battling in there. Gonzalez
Maybe
comes
they
up.
get one more night in Des Moines and go to the Arts Festival or something. Yeah, something to cheer them up.
Knocked away by Hook. He sends it up long. Match brought to you tonight by Come and Go, where and means more. And Brown.
Belmean.
Belmean, rather, yep.
Looking to play a 1-2 of Badescu. Dante gets on the ball.
Closing on him. Mosh. Try to stop him from mine. Here they have a little inning. It's kind of a slow roller in there, not a.
Dante he's just looking to generate something.
Mm-hmm. Not a super hard ball for Leaker to handle there. 42nd minute.
Referee plays advantage.
as Jones plays it on the far side. Taken away, back out.
Yeah, good defending there from Atigalam.
Play it up to Silva. Silva tries to go across to Morris, but
Gives the ball away.
yeah, Mossbrook takes it. Inside to Barlow, now back. Oop, tried to go back to Barlow, but Amara picks it off there.
Yeah, they just need to play with a little more urgency. The Menace in the final third. It's a little bit too casual. They're giving the ball away too easily. This is their opportunity to keep the ball.
Gonzalez over to Mossbrook.
Come up with some quicker, sharper combinations around the box.
Gonzalez again with it.
Just like we saw with Gonzalez's goal earlier on.
Ledbetter sends it out wide. And they're headed away. Gonzalez so comes in, tries to turn on it, couldn't get the foot there. Back, drops us back. And that'll go out, but Gonzalez saw he couldn't get on it, and he dropped it back with his heel. The shot.
Silva's being called by the referee.
And here we go. Final minute of regular time. Will likely have quite a bit of stoppage time added because of the injuries. Hook goes up, takes a hard one off the head against
Dante
Morris. Drop it back. Garrick trying to run it down. Oh,
Giving
taken away.
Nick Jones.
Tried to get it in there to Barlow. And final seconds ticking off the clock for regular time. Regulation here. Into the middle. Back. Sending Muang. Gonzalez heads it back.
Winnipeg in 6s and 7s at the back. Just trying to clear their lines, get the ball out.
And a foul called. Sunday draws it. And we're into stoppage time here. Mosh out there. And lobs it over. Header off high.
Barlow just over the bar. Good little delivery into the box. Barlow towering above everybody, just nods that one over.
Evan Barker set to boot it out of there.
He's going to try and deliver this long over the halfway line. Amara and Hook up with a challenge. It's been a battle with those two in there.
Yeah. And go back to the Menace. Mossbrook finds Gonzalez on the right side. Sends it across. Mara trying to keep it alive there. Now back to
Mossbrook just relieving
Morris.
pressure off Amara.
Dante Morris. Sends it across the field. Now back to Silva. Silva to Morris. Head to Amara. Silva. Trying to move that defense up a little bit.
Yeah, they just can't seem to break the line. It's everything's forward and then back, forward and back. It's too slow. The build-up's too slow for Winnipeg.
Brown, or
Mara.
Mokic rather.
Yeah.
Now Amara. He and Gonzalez go down. And they both looking for a call, but neither one.
Yeah, there was no ways a call on that one.
And the hook. Now back. Over to Mossbrook. Sunday sends it up. All right. Up the sideline. Into Jones.
And it's a penalty.
And, in the box. Yep. Nick Jones draws the penalty kick. Here.
And it's a yellow card.
And a yellow.
Hang on. Did he give 2 yellow cards there?
I
Looked like Damar and Dante.
Yeah, looked like it both. He first went there. So Gonzalez.
I mean, they can't afford to lose any more players if they get a player sent off. I mean, they're playing with 10 as it is.
Here's Gonzalez setting up for the penalty. Gets the whistle. Oh, save.
And Barker saves again. Saved one
did it
last
night, yeah, off
Yep.
the Beedman. And he saves that one.
Good save. He's not a bad keeper.
No, he isn't,
Gets
really.
himself about the goal.
But
He's,
when you're playing in your own half, though, it's hard to.
Penalty save a night, not bad.
Yeah. Here's a corner kick brought to you by Shields. Silva hits it up in the air. Hook tried to get it. Now Barlow gets under it and shoots it over the goal. There.
Yeah, he didn't quite get over that. He was leaning back, got under the ball.
A couple minutes left here, I think, in extra time.
Yeah.
And I haven't looked it up. What is a good percentage on a penalty kick usually?
I mean,
You
it's
expect-
it's an advantage to the penalty taker, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's probably
I mean,
80. Is it
I'd
that
say
high?
80,
Probably.
20, yeah.
I haven't really looked at those stats to see, but I would think it'd be somewhere around there.
Yeah, it's somewhere in the region of 80-20 at least.
Yeah.
Silva gets on the ball.
Winnipeg in white, trailing 2-0 here. We're in extra time.
Dante's trying to dictate the pace. Little 1-2s.
Again, trying to, well, they're just bunching up.
He's good with his feet. He just doesn't want to defend when the ball's been given away.
Sends it out wide and out of there.
Barker knocks it out for a throw into the Menace.
Trop throws it in. Edgington will send it over to Mossbrook. Up the right side again. Gonzalez. Across the middle, other side, blocked away.
Atigalam's put himself around in that box, hasn't he? He's cleared one off the line and he's put his body on the line. He's being shown commitment.
Hook came back in, tried to get that one, but went off. Yeah, he's done a good job back there. Almost a case of had no other choice.
Yeah.
They've been back on their heels for most of the match here in the first half, and nothing else to do but try to get it out of there. Comes out long again. The Menace first to it. Rolled around over to Gonzalez. Gonzalez stays with it, and then falls down and draws the foul against William Brown. And that's the half. So the Menace, on goals by Gonzalez and Barlow, go up 2-0 here at the half. We'll take a break and come back with our halftime guests coming up after this.
You know what this means. It means and. But at Come and Go, it means more. So come in and look for the and to find something extra just for you. Come and Go, where and means more. Check out all our extras this summer, like any size drink for just $1.
For a limited time at Schottenkirk Chevy in Waukee, get up to $12,000 off select new Silverado Crew Cab LTs. Get 25% off new Impalas, Sparks, and Sonics. These are going fast. Equinox owners get an additional $1,500 towards the purchase of any new Chevy. And no, you don't have to trade it in. If you served, save even more with military discounts. Save big in Waukee. Schottenkirk Chevrolet on the west end of Hickman, Waukee.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game, Shields.
Back at halftime here, the Des Moines Menace leading Winnipeg 2-0. Dar Danielson with you, and joining me is Dr. Corey Thiele, the team chiropractor for the Des Moines Menace, and good to see you again. And we talked with you last year, and let's talk a little bit about what you do and your role here with the Menace players and what you're looking for here as they're out on the field and going through the games.
Well, my role as the team chiropractor is pretty simple. We can help with some injuries sustained while playing or training, and then it's also about keeping guys their range of motion up to par. Some guys like to get adjusted prior to the game. They're not in pain. They just want to make sure they're playing at their peak. Sometimes a little bit of extra range of motion is all you need to take that next step.
When you say get adjusted, you mean the spine and putting it in a line?
Yeah.
And how does that work? What do you look for?
So as a chiropractor, our job is to correct any fixations that we find. Primarily, we're known for the spine, but with a lot of athletes, we actually work with extremities. So we can have ankle issues, knee issues, shoulder issues that we can work on as well. Ankle range of motion, you can imagine as soccer players, a lot of ankle rolls.
Right.
So it's something that they have chronic repetitive ankle strains. You can start working on better mobility for them and reduce any sort of fixations or scar tissue that might develop, and it gives them a better range of motion overall.
Is that a matter of working the muscles and ligaments in there? Do you do that, or are you just
We're primarily structural. We refer out to massage therapists that will work on soft tissue components as we need, but we work on primary structural, and then they work on the soft tissue components for us. So we kind of work. It's a nice match made in heaven, really, with chiropractic and massage therapy both. So yeah.
And we saw early in the match a guy took one right in the head there, off that penalty kick. Is that an issue then? Does that have an impact on the spine and there, or does it depend on the angle? Or
yeah, as you recall probably from last year, we had a player that had a pretty significant head injury, concussion, and that's one of the things you have to worry about. In my time previously with a pro hockey team, I saw a lot of concussions, and I worked with some of the ER physicians on concussion protocols to reevaluate players in between periods to make sure they were safe enough to go back on the field or on the ice, as that was. But anytime you have a trauma significant enough to create a concussion, you likely have some sort of injury to the neck, cervical spine. So that's something that we always address as well.
Now these players, they're up into their 20s and college age and older. Is it different with them? And then when we're talking with these younger club players and working with them, is there a difference because of their body and how they're growing and things?
Yeah, younger kids, they're still developing. So if they have problems, usually they respond pretty favorably to care. Even these guys being 21, they're really not at their adult spine quite yet. So they've got some room to do some improvement. When we start to get to my age, it starts to get a little bit more challenging.
Well, I was one of the women's players is telling me, think it's Nicole Pearson. She said, "Well, I'm starting to get old. Don't know much longer." But I said, "Look at me. It's just the hard on my knees climbing up into the press box."
Absolutely.
So,
It's all perspective.
Yeah, it is. As you get older, so they're still in the range in those 20s where it's easier to treat and recover.
Absolutely.
Huh?
But when these guys at the level that they play, the
Yeah.
level that they train, there's going to be injuries. It's inevitable, and it's a very good idea for people that are in sports heavily like this to keep up with themselves, because these small problems that develop now can become a very big problem when it becomes my age or as we get older, and we want to start shutting things down, but we're in such bad pain or stiffness and soreness that we can't do the things that we want to continue to do, basically. So
was that true for like the weekend duffer, the golfer that goes out there, the softball player
You
too?
bet.
The same thing.
You bet.
They need to get adjusted and
bet.
make sure that
I tell you what, my amateur golfers, they like to have a full range of motion when they're in their backswing, and it can help their game tremendously. And not only that, but the golf swing itself has a very high force type of movement pattern, and it can lead to some pretty easy injury as well. So they're very much appreciative. They might not be making big money on the PGA Tour, but they like to brag with their buddies. So yeah.
Now as we're talking here, we're showing the bubble
Yeah.
soccer, and I think that's the best way to avoid any chiropractic injury. Isn't the big bubble, and bring those into the league? Would that help?
I had commented that this was not my idea for the sponsor night, but yeah. Let's hope everybody comes out of this injury-free.
Well, you're in the bubble. What can you
right.
hurt with that? You see those on the field here, and looks any injury.
That's where the injury can come.
That's where it
there.
could come.
Yeah, quick change of momentum there can maybe make all the difference in the world.
So, what's your suggestion if someone thinks an athlete or player and they think they might have some of those issues? Just look for a chiropractor or check with your doctor first, or what? How you go about that?
You can come straight to a chiropractor. We're a portal of entry. You can come straight to us. We always, if we find stuff that we see in our office that looks like it's outside of our scope, we're going to send it out anyway. So if I have a significant injury, traumatic injury, I might be worried about a fracture or something, I'm going to send it off to the medical doctors to evaluate and assess it appropriately. As long as they're cleared from that, then we can take a look at it. The most people that walk into my office, they're not that severe that they have. I shouldn't say that. Sometimes they are. But it's usually they go that route first before they come in if they're that bad off. Otherwise, chronic headaches, which happens way too often in our younger generation. But low back injuries, things along that line, that's something we see day in and day out, and that's kind of what we're perfectly designed for.
We're talking with Corey Teeley here as you're watching the bubble soccer on the field. He's the team chiropractor. And then, for your average person who isn't playing soccer at a high level every day, if they get an adjustment, does that last for a while, or do you have to come back in?
It depends on the person, and it depends on what they do, what their recreation is, what their work is. One of the biggest things we see nowadays is actually chronic postural stressors. So people that have jobs behind a computer, that we take on poor posture, and that upper back and neck can become quite problematic for people. And honestly, those can be more difficult to work with than an acute injury, like a soccer player might handle. So that sudden injury sometimes responds pretty favorably. Those chronic stressors that people have had for 10, 15 years sitting behind a computer, those can become more challenging if we don't get to see them for quite some time.
So these handy-dandy stand-up desks that you see, does that help?
Oh, you bet.
It?
If you can change your position throughout the day, you're definitely in a win. So it's always nice to see some of those companies out there that are willing to invest in their employees and help them out with some of their ergonomics through a standing workstation. So,
seeing the bubble soccer going on down there as we're talking. And whoa,
we got a goal.
That was a nice shot. As they got the goal there. So, anything else people should know about those type of injuries, or when to see a chiropractor? What any kind of, are there symptoms or things? Soreness, or what do you
Absolutely.
When do you know that you might need to get something checked out?
Some of the prime things that we typically see, the number one reason people see chiropractors is low back pain. Number two reasons are headaches. We do great jobs with those in a very conservative way. We don't have to do medications typically or anything along that line. People resolve pretty nicely. The nice part about what we do, though, is we don't have to be considered a reactionary healthcare. We can be very proactive as well. So I see a lot of people, much like my players, that just want to get adjusted to perform better on the field. I have people come in to maintain themselves when they're not in pain, but they don't want to let themselves regress to a point where they're going to have pain. So maintenance care is actually probably a better option than waiting for things to really fall apart on you.
So Is it too late for me, somebody who has, try to pull myself out of bed and get a cup of coffee just to get going in the morning because everything creaks? Or
It's never too late. I've seen patients up to 98 years old.
Oh,
so
wow.
you're never too late to get started. As long as you still have a spine, we can work with you.
Oh, cool. Okay. Well, Dr. Corey Thiele, we appreciate you joining us here, and it's kind of interesting to listen and hear how all this works with the chiropractic adjustments and that kind of thing. And I imagine it's kind of interesting too, working with these younger athletes and
It is.
because they're out there and of course they always want to get right back at it and so they probably want to get hurried treatment sometimes, don't they?
It's no different than the guys that work out at the gym all the time. You got to kind of let them know you've got an injury. You've got to give it some time to heal before you jump right back into it, or you're just going to be battling this for long periods of time. But it's great working with the team. Kind of reminds me of my days when I used to play. So I don't get to do it as much or as well as they do any longer. But it's nice to come out and watch them play and help them out where I can.
All right, Dr. Corey Thiele, thanks for joining us here.
Thanks for having me.
We're at halftime. A little bubble soccer going on here. 2-0. The Menace are leading, and let's take a break. We'll do that. We'll come back with more halftime and then the start of the second half coming up after this.
Miss your hometown clothing store? The one that had it all? Everything to get the work done, all in one place? G&L Clothing is your hometown Iowa store. Stop in and see us, or we're only a click or phone call away. Family owned for nearly a century. G&L Clothing, 1801 Ingersoll, Des Moines.
G&L Clothing, your size, your style, we've got it all.
For a limited time at Schottenkirk Chevy in Waukee, get up to $12,000 off select new Silverado Crew Cab LTs. Get 25% off new Impalas, Sparks, and Sonics. These are going fast. Equinox owners get an additional $1,500 towards the purchase of any new Chevy. And no, you don't have to trade it in. If you served, save even more with military discounts. Save big in Waukee. Schottenkirk Chevrolet on the west end of Hickman, Waukee.
Back here at halftime, Dart Danielson, Justin Vorster, bubble soccer going on, and there's a goal where the red bubbles didn't keep their shape there, Justin.
Yeah, it's been very, very entertaining halftime. Had a lot of bouncing around and bubbles rolling all over the place, and forever blowing bubbles.
A lot of contact.
Yeah.
And,
a lot of red cards and yellow cards as the players make their way out. To get ready for the second half.
And that'll do it. And in that first half, we talked about it seemed like Winnipeg came out with a little more energy, and then a couple injuries there to the keeper, and then that seemed like it kind of switched the momentum back to the Menace, kind of turned the light on for them, and they kind of took it to Winnipeg. And
yeah, I mean, once they found their rhythm and momentum. To be honest with you, Winnipeg have only come into their half a couple of times. Not much going with Winnipeg's rhythm to the game. I mean, they don't have much going on, so they depend on Dante, who's dropped in short. They're playing with 10 players. They don't have much depth on the ground on their bench, so. I think they're just going to come out and try and keep the score as respectable as possible.
2-0 here, and the bright spot, Evan Barker, he stopped a penalty kick here again tonight. And, just as I said last night that he made some good plays, he did, but then kind of the onslaught hit a little bit there. But so far he's and they played for down 2 men for a while and then down 1, and so he's done a pretty good job back there in trying to hold off the Menace attack.
Yeah, I mean, he's done well in goals and second penalty on the second night. So he's done okay in goals. He's kept the score respectable. Like I said, I mean, I wonder what's being said. I'd love to be a fly on the wall there in Winnipeg's changing room just to see what's being said right now, as far as the coaching staff. But, yeah, I mean, it just looked disheartened, like they just want to get on the bus and head home.
What would you say to them if you were looking at that? It's hard to, after losing last night and coming out down 2-0 here, what would be your advice to them?
I'll try and be as positive as possible. I just want to keep them as positive as possible and just keep encouraging them that we've got 45 minutes to go. Although the score is 2-0, can they just continue, maybe get a goal back in this? Push a few players forward and see what happens.
Well, they're out talking with the referee there as they get ready to get started here, and some new players in there. Gonzalez, I like him when he gets the ball. It seems like he's always moving forward with it and trying to, and then if he does move back, it's to look to drop back to someone or open something else up for someone else. He's been somebody who's kind of stood out for me in this match so far.
He's got a bit of flair to his game, and he's come inside and he scored a great goal with a combination of Barlow onto his left peg, but even going down the right, he shimmies in left and he takes him on right and he gets good deliveries into the box.
And it seems he's still keeping his head up even when he comes in. He's not, I've got to get the shot.
Right.
He's kind of looking to see if somebody else is there and he can send it into him, then he does. So.
Right. So, if the Menace get another goal here, this game's definitely going to open up.
Well, they're waiting for the keeper to come out.
Well, it looks like they're going to start the second half with 11 players, so that's a positive from Winnipeg.
The keeper's down there on the end, and he hasn't come onto the field yet. They're still talking with him about something, so I don't know if that's an issue. He's down behind the goal, hasn't stepped onto the field. So I don't know. Barker, he was shaken up in the first half, came out for a bit and then came back in, and now the referee is coming over to talk to him there, and we'll see what's going on. Trying to get this started. Tonight's match brought to you by YMCA. Get more from your gym.
They look like they're making a keeper change.
Is that what they're doing?
Yep. So they're back down to 10 players.
Uh-huh. So Barker apparently not going to come back out. And can you see who that is? Ready to get the match started here as soon as we figure out what's going on. And well, he's got on Barker's jersey.
Yeah, it looks like Garrick has gone in goals.
And who did you say it was?
Garrett. So Garrick's gone in goals.
Okay. Kevin Garrett.
So they're back down to 9 players.
All right. And up ahead to Jones. And he can't handle it. It goes out. be a throw in for Winnipeg. As we're now underway in the second half. Winnipeg playing with 10. Shot into the middle. Hook. Barlow. Tries a shot. Hook drops it back to Bosch. Over to Hook. Sends it outside to Gonzalez. He tries to shoot it into the middle, but it's knocked away. It'll be a corner for the Menace. Brought to you by Shields. So early set piece for the Menace here. And Schropp will go over.
Looks like he's going to deliver an in-swinger with his left foot.
There it comes high over Mossbrook. Trying to get ahead on Gonzalez. Back the other way and then up over by Edginton.
Yeah, and Garrett had it covered as it just went over the bar.
And it will come back out. And Winnipeg trying to get control of it here. Gonzalez. Take it back outside, circle around. Sends it in. Hook tried to get it back into Barlow, looked like.
Yeah.
And it goes out.
Mossbrook delivered and trying to figure out if Hook was actually going for goal there or just trying to nod it back across.
I thought looked like he was trying to aim it back toward Barlow, who was a little inside there, and get it to him, but
just off a deflection off Amara, went out for a corner.
Corner brought to you by Shields. Swinging in, and a goal!
Yeah, good delivery, in swinger from Schropp. Barlow was unmarked on the far post. And just nodded that past the substitute goalkeeper, who's actually not a goalkeeper, in fact, Garrett.
So Barlow gets a second goal of the night. And let's take a look at it here again. As
finds a bit of free space there, yeah.
And heads it right in. Just not covered up. And it's 3-0 Menace.
Dante fights with Sunday to win the ball.
And it just seems like, too, that they're, Dante Morris, they're just pushing on him a little extra, trying to get him to, get out of his game a little bit. The Menace, whenever they get, the ball comes toward him. It seems like they did that in the first half anyway. Gonzalez and Garrett knocks it down.
Looks like Fiskus has come in for Ledbetter at the back. He's a left centre back who's joined up with Eddington. So it's a new pairing. Well, Eddington, new pairing next to Fiskus. Fiskus, who featured last night, played a full match. He's going to get another 45 minutes in. They need to rest some legs, get ready for Chicago next Tuesday. We're on Tuesday.
Set up there. Now back in, headed out wide.
Looks like he was offside.
Was it? Yep, flag was up anyway. Okay.
Yeah.
Schropp tried to get it in there, but it goes off. And Winnipeg will send it back out. Got word tonight that a longtime Iowa broadcaster, Bob Brooks, died today. He was a guy a lot of people knew who did a lot of sport. I don't think he did much soccer, but he did a lot of sports in the state of Iowa. In fact, I sat next to him at the Rose Bowl in January. And,
oh, wow.
The guy was still going strong. He was a great guy, 89 years old.
89?
And he had done broadcasts for some 57 years, but I'm kind of sad to hear, but he had a great life, a great broadcasting career. His son Rob is still a broadcaster and does a lot of things over in the Cedar Rapids area, and so
our thoughts and prayers go out to him.
His family, yeah.
His family,
and in fact, it was kind of funny that game when Iowa got down right away, and they were down like I think 28 at the half, and I said, Bob, when's the last time that happened? And he knew. He called it right up and knew from his memory what the, one of those guys that had the, the encyclopedia of
didn't need to
sports.
pull it off
no, he didn't have to
phone.
Google it or anything. No, he knew it right there. But anyway.
A walking encyclopedia.
Yeah.
Love it.
Sports knowledge.
Yep. Was he high school, college? Did he do all?
He did a lot of the Hawkeyes in college, and then he did a lot of college or high school stuff around Cedar Rapids, too, for years, But back in the old days when they didn't have individual broadcasters doing teams, he did them, and there were several broadcasters that did the Iowa sports before it went to just, one network doing it.
And when it became big money.
Yeah, when it became big money and to do that. But did it for years. So gravelly voice guy who called a lot of games, and people would recognize him if they heard it. But anyway. And that'll be a goal kick for
corner.
Or corner kick, yeah.
Got a corner.
Corner kick, I meant.
Nick Jones coming up to, looks like he's going to whip it in with his right foot and swing up.
For the Menace, brought to you by Shields.
Oh, he's hit that.
Way hard on that
wow.
one. Yeah.
He's overhit that.
Just a little bit. Wind's still blowing, not as heavy as it was, but that was
struck
just
that like we're playing in high altitude.
Yeah. Really got under it.
Might come down just now with snow in it.
And Winnipeg still trying to find something that works here against the Menace. Schraub into the middle to Hook. Sunday now back over. Hook will try to send it up through, keep it alive. Still working at it, but then could get possession.
He's looking to combine with Mash. Mash didn't quite connect the ball back into him. He played a square pass. Made it difficult for Hook. The fans behind the goal giving Garrett some stick. I mean, Garrett is a centre back. He's, fair play to him. He's coming in.
Yeah, stepping up when he's needed.
Stepping up, helping the team out. As Barlow breaks through to the left.
Shoots it in and right to Garrett. And he a little over-dramatic dropping down on it there.
Yeah, a little bit of banter from the fans in the back behind the goal. The Red Army, all 20 of them.
And foul called. I think that one against Morris. And the Menace will bring it up the other way.
That's a strong tackle by Brown. Menace still hold possession with Moines.
And lob it over the top, looking for Barlow. And then the
Garrick's
jeers again to Garrick.
Garrick is just having a few fun and games there. No, it's interesting as a goalkeeper. I've noticed Garrick hasn't been able to deliver it further than, as the Menace are looking to make changes, but further than like 25, 30 yards out. I mean, a goalkeeper's punt is technique.
Mm-hmm.
You got to learn that technique. It's different.
Looks like Fiskus is going to go off.
Yeah.
And
so Jones has gone off. Everybody's coming. Looks like all the subs are coming in, basically. So It's a full change here.
Ricky Hogue is in.
Yeah, so Hogue will come out wide. Brown's in. Flat's in the midfield. Sean Hook's gone into left centre back, so Fiskus is out.
Up the right side and knocked back in, but taken out of there. Anthony Brown also in. And Schropp will throw it in. And knocked around.
Flath going in with a challenge. Nice, strong challenge.
Got right in there.
His first start, I think he's missed about 4 or 5 games due to injury, but he's come back in strong.
And come the Menace back the other way. Shoots it through there, turns. And one time again, didn't get, you're right, didn't quite get it out there, but probably not something he practices a lot.
Correct, yeah. It looks like Ricky Hogue's come in to the midfield, central midfield, replacing Marsh. Jamga.
Anthony Brown.
Come out onto the right-hand side and replaced Gonzalez. Delivery comes in. Nice and solid.
Had it back out of there. Sunday Muang knocks it down, takes it away. Ricky Hogue. Now to Schropp. Anthony Brown.
Just manages to keep it in.
Yeah, just kept going. Tries to shoot it over the top. And Menace 3-0 in the 58th minute. Lots of new players in the game here.
Yeah, hopefully there'll be an impact to the game, and Markeith Preston is the only one that's left. And no doubt he'll come into the game at a later stage. I would guess around the 65th minute or the 70th minute in replace of Barlow.
Schropp back into the middle. Send it over to the right side.
Jamga taking on players, running at them,
Draws
goes out
the
for corner, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Brought to you by Shields. Comes high. Barlow heads it back into play.
Yeah, manages to keep it in.
Yep. And then it's sent out deep and out of play. And the Menace will bring it in. Wow.
They just move the ball around quickly.
Hook.
Keeping Winnipeg running side to side, just shifting them across the park. Tiring the legs out, especially after last night's game as well.
Yeah. Lean into Barlow. Goal!
Lovely threaded ball in there for Barlow. Fantastic ball and good movement from Barlow.
Hat trick for Barlow.
Yep.
So let's take a look in the replay here. Here we go. On the outside into Barlow and just turns and puts it right in.
Yeah, the movement from Barlow was fantastic. Just timed it right, and looks like Marquise Preston's coming in the game. So the hat-trick hero, Barlow, is going off. We had 4 from Wiedemann last night, 3 from Barlow today. It looks like a result so far, isn't it?
Yeah. That's 9 goals here so far, and we got a little time to go in this match anyway. Heath Preston comes on, as you said.
He's going to be hungry for a goal as well. I was close. I did say the 65th minute.
Yeah, you did. Off a little bit there, but
yeah, 4 minutes.
We'll blame that on the heat.
Yeah, I totally agree with you there, Da.
Off your game just a bit because of the heat and humidity. But
yeah, it is hot up here in the commentary position, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, thankfully we got Peter with the fan. That's, we got a big fan up here.
Can you turn that up, Peter?
Yeah, we're talking about
is it on full ball?
Literally a fan.
There we go.
Brown moves it around.
Good movement. Hogue.
Keeping it live outside, yep. Now in the middle, settles
Hogue.
it. Goal!
They're lining up in the box. Every cross comes in.
Ricky Hogue.
Ricky Hogue from a Jamga delivery from the right. 5-0.
Ricky Hogue with the goal. Well, they got Barlow out there so somebody else can take a shot. No.
Yeah.
And let's see if we got the replay. Let's take a replay here, Dan. Man on the controls. Here it comes. Nice in, and Hogue right through the middle into the back of the
Hogue
net.
started off the movement.
See Preston chasing the ball.
Silva gets on the ball. Gets it out wide to Atikalam.
And Winnipeg now looks for Dante Morris, but way
it's
too far.
Overhit.
And
The Menace looked to build up through Hook into Mwang.
Wang sends it across to Hook. Hook to Schrapp. Inside.
To Brown.
Brown.
Forced out wide.
And it goes
Yeah,
out.
it went out.
Yep.
Yep. Throw in.
Somebody texted me and said I'm famous because Justin mentioned it on Twitter. I thought you must be famous. Hey.
Ball comes in, knocked around, battle for it. Floth keeps it alive. Sunday. Back to Sunday. He tries to chip it
Chips it
up
in
to
there.
Heath Preston.
He's
And the
offside.
flag's up. Yep,
Again,
offside.
they're lining up. You see 4 or 5 black shirts ready in the box as the ball was chipped in.
And here it comes out about to the half. And he calls advantage there. And they'll keep playing. Brown just about snuck in there and snuck that one away. On the run the other way. And saved by Leak. Deflects it high. It'll be a corner.
His first save of the night. First corner.
First corner
of the night for Winnipeg.
Might be the first shot on goal, too, I think. For
That is
Winnipeg.
true. The first
Brought
shot
to you
on
by
goal.
Shields. And now discussing something over there. The referee
linesman,
and the
deliberate,
yeah.
congregating in the corner.
And talking to Silva. I don't know what that was about, but here's the corner. High. And knocked out of there by Hogue.
Yeah, Menace clear their lines. Don't think he quite got the delivery right. I think he was looking for Dante in the box.
I heard Hogue yelling right away, mine, he had it. He had a beat on it already.
Yeah, just managed to clear his
lines. Cleared it out, yep.
Dante on the ball.
Yep. Morris trying to get it up ahead and cleared out again by the Menace. Oh, went off of Winnipeg, looks like, so it'll stay with the Menace.
Mashbrook will throw it in.
And
there's a ball on the field.
Okay. Up to Schrapp. Back toward the middle.
Flath.
Yeah, back to Schrapp.
Good piece of skill. Gets the ball under control.
High up across. And Hogue takes a long shot.
Lovely delivery from the left-hand side from Schrapp. Knotted down by Heath Preston, and Hogue just volleys it over the bar.
Garrett kick it out. He's in there after Evan Barker didn't come out for the second half. Keeper, and he took his yellow jersey and put it on. Has been back there.
Intercepted the ball.
Yep.
Brown, Silva fighting for it. Hogue comes away with it.
Trop drops it back.
Brown with a very late tackle there.
Up ahead, knocked away. Oh, looking for Heath Preston, but didn't get there. Knocked down again. Mossbrook. Now Winnipeg. I try to
looking for Dante.
Dante Morris again, but
Dante's like, I'm not getting that. My legs are done. Play it to my feet, he says.
Not 20 yards ahead. I can't get there. Yeah.
Wang. Mossbrook, yeah.
Yep. The Flath. He'll drop it back. And over to Hook.
The Menace enjoying a passage of possession. I would say about 95% this game.
Jamga back to Schrapp. Back into Jamga. Takes it over. Left foot. Ooh, and they'll draw the corner. Again, brought to you by Shields. And they scored a couple of goals off corners last night, but haven't tonight. Here she comes into Schrapp. He lobs it in there. Controlled.
Brown did well there.
Yeah.
Silver's like a bull terrier out there, isn't he?
He
just
is.
chomping at the bit, and he's round your ankles, and he buzzes. He's working hard. He hasn't given up for Winnipeg. He's kept going.
Gets in there. He's not conceding anything at this point. And to Heath Preston. He tries to drop it back to Brown. And now here comes Winnipeg.
Badescu.
But under pressure. Now gets it up.
He's trying to find a way through. They just Menace are relieving pressure while getting behind the ball, staying organized, working hard.
Badescu. No. Sunday morning. Whoa, over his head. Pressure again. Trop. Sends it on the run to Preston. Heath Preston.
Cover came across.
And Throw in for the Menace. Jemga looking for Heath Preston. Back to him. Slides it through to Floth.
That's a
and
free
he's
kick.
tackled, yeah.
Floth was just pulled down.
Straight down from behind.
Ati Galam pulled him down. It was a cynical foul.
And what he characterizes as a cynical foul.
Could have been a yellow card.
Could have been? Oh,
yeah.
So it could have been, yeah. He kind of looked at it, came over.
Yeah, I think, oh, we have an injury. It's Dante. They have literally nobody left on the bench. Wonder where Patakar is. They had a substitute goalkeeper. Yeah. Dante hobbles off the field. Now they're really down, aren't they? They're down to 9 players. 10 including the keeper.
Set it up ahead. Still rattled around
Fumbled
down there.
by Garrett.
Cleared out. And then Schropp keeps it alive outside the Floth. I'll send it back to Sunday, and he'll up the right side. Brown.
I think Dante's done. Menace have so much space out wide.
That'll be another corner.
You just got players hanging out wide, keeping the width. Marshbrook getting forward. Schroep getting forward out wide. So you've got your outside backs getting higher up the field. There's no real pressure on the centre back, so they can afford to press their wide players high and wide.
Corner kick brought to you by Shields once again. Over and take.
Garrett just falls to the ground.
As Mossbrook tried to shoot it in there. And Schropp keeps it alive. Across the field. Heath Preston turns. I think he wanted a shot, but the defender knocked him off. And back up.
They just clear, Winnipeg just clearing their lines anywhere right now.
Up the right sideline. Knocked around.
Again, they just clear their lines out. Very, very easy for Hook and Eddington to take care of. Jamga. Hook. Flat.
Yep.
Sprays it right. It's like a sprinkler out there, spraying the ball all over the place.
And Heath Preston.
Heath Preston with his goal. Lovely. What a great goal.
Heath Preston just waited there and turned and flicked it in. We'll see the replay here. And here we go. Sits sprayed outside. And delivered back in, and there he is, turns. And right in. Got Garrett kind of to the left there. Came into the middle, and he just turned and fired. Any downside to this, and you're winning this way? I mean, you don't get too confident or something, do you, at this point? Or
No, it's good for confidence, in fact, and good for morale. Why do you stop scoring goals? You just got to continue. I mean, you got to continue. I think with Winnipeg, you can tell the morale and the confidence and just everything. You can see it in the players, and you know they're not giving up, but you can tell they're down.
Mm-hmm.
You know, coming off the last night's defeat, and now it's today, and you can tell just by the way they're moving. They're looking to slow the game down whenever they can.
76th minute now, and the free kick goes up, and the Menace waiting back, and that'll stay with Winnipeg. A 6-0 Menace. Hogue comes in on it, but by him and then by Floth, but and a foul call. Well, it looked like the storms we thought might come in had developed.
Which is
Hopefully.
good news, and
Yeah.
we can continue with the game. Yeah, we don't want any rain delays.
Finish it off, hopefully, here. Menace looking up the field, send it into Schropp. Jamga just wide. And here we go. Back to Winnipeg. Send it down there. The Menace will collect it over to Hook. To Schropp. That's Jonga to his left. Sends it into Floth. He leaves it in there. Back out. I thought he was going to come back out, Heath Preston, but stays with it. Looked for a minute like he was going to drop it back to Jamga.
Amara breaking forward. Brown has to hold his line so he's not drifting into an offside position. Silver on the far side. He was screaming for the ball on the far left-hand side.
Brown frustrated there too because he did have to hold off. And
Wang relieves pressure as Gale goes down injured.
yeah, into Jack Gale. So we're getting close to the final 10 minutes here of the match. Menace up 6-0. Gonzalez opened it up, 15th minute. Then Barlow, the first of three, 30th, 47th, and the 60th minute for Barlow. Hogue in the 61st, and Heath Preston in the 74th minute. Here. And 6-0. Up the Floth. Sends it out wide. And no, knocked away. And back now.
It's in.
Offside.
The linesman's given the
Oh,
goal.
is in? Oh, it
Yes.
is in. Yes. Goal.
And there's Jamga on the far post with the volley.
Yep. So Jamga in the 80th minute. And let's take a look at it again. Comes in. Yeah. On the AR, you saw there raised his flag, came out, raised his flag, and said it is in. Here we go. See, yep. They got in there, Jamga. Makes it 7-0 here. Nine minutes to play. Hook cleans it up at the back. Up the flop. And Jamga lobs it up over, and that'll be a corner for the Menace. Brought to you by Shields. Here comes Mossbrook, header and goal!
Eddington on the far post. Mossbrook with a header across goal.
In the 82nd. Let's check the replay on that one. Here it comes. Mossbrook there, heads it in. Eddington, boom. Into the goal. 8-0. The Menace. And everybody in black chomping at the bit to get up there.
They're lining up
Get in
there.
line, yep. Garrett sends it out deep. Hook heads it up. Now back up. Across. And thought he'd try Heath Preston sneaking one in there, and now Garrett will pick it up. And boot it up. Jamga. Lobbed it outside. Knocked around.
Eddington on the ball into Mwang. Mwang's got loads of space.
Up to Jamga. It's a lot of time to sit back there and set it up, isn't there?
Yep, there's so much space now. They're just going to knock the ball around. Who do you think is going to get man of the match tonight? You think it's Barlow?
Most likely with the hat trick.
Should we take a wager on it?
Oh, worked it up. Ooh. And cleared it out of there. So William Brown was trying to make his way up through traffic, and it was cleared out of there. A Schropp. Well, I'd say Barlow is probably
hat trick
in the running with the hat trick. Yeah. Yes, 5 minutes to go here. Regulation. Brown heads it back. Out wide for Jamga.
Good ball by Hogue.
Sets it down. Back in. Back across. And a little too much. Over the head of Brown. Anthony Brown. Knocked around up there. Handled again by the Menace. Jamga back into the middle.
It's also going to be positive for the Menace so far, haven't conceded a goal in their second match. Don't want to talk too soon.
Floth out to Jamga. Sends it in.
Garrett's getting his fist to it.
Got a little bit of on there and kept it out. Well, I think those guys in the back are pretty determined right now to not let a goal in at this point. Jamga. And you want to guess who the man of the match is?
Barlow?
Yep, Barlow.
Tommy Barlow. Did we take a wager on that?
I did. I think you owe me $20.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought I said Tommy Barlow.
Did you? I don't recall that. I'll have to go back and look at the replay. See. Comes out long. Jamga. Floth, he'll lob it over to the right side. Looking for Brown up there. He takes it. Back out. I'll just move it around. Hook.
Yep.
Hook tried to sneak it into Preston.
Probably about 2 minutes of added time would be my guess.
Yeah,
at the end of this.
around that.
Yeah.
Schropp. To Hogue. Lobbed up over the top. Hogue. Heath Preston drops it back.
Off the crossbar.
Yep.
They're lining up in there.
And Winnipeg trying to make the run out, but again stop.
Pressure relieved by Moines.
Hogue on the run. And it'll stay with the Menace. Under 2 minutes now on regular time. There's the throw. Cleared out of there. Silva. Ooh, couldn't quite get it. And a minute left. Set it up. Floth. Goal!
Solid strike by Floth with his right foot. Still rising into the back of the net. There's nothing that Garrett's could do with that.
Take another look at that one. Sunday over to him. Turns and fires. And as you said, it was rising as it went in.
Yeah, there was nothing Garrett's could do with that.
Laser coming in and makes it 9-0. And
right on 90 minutes.
Yep,
so
they're going to call it right there. And the final, you're 9-0. The Menace go to 8-0-1 on the season. Man of the match is Tommy Barlow with a hat trick tonight. We'll take a break and come back with more after this. You go.
Stop ruining your steaks. You deserve a grill that gives you great steaks every time. Fireplace Superstore proudly offers the most complete selection of Weber grills in central Iowa, gas, charcoal, portable, and smokers. Fireplace Superstore features Weber Special Edition grills that come with Weber's unparalleled warranty. Now you can enjoy your grill for many summers to come. There is a difference. See our large selection of Weber grills, many models and colors. Fireplace Superstore is the exclusive Weber Alliance dealer in central Iowa. Fireplace Superstore at 109th and Douglas.
Why do I look for the seal? It's about trust. Whether I'm buying a car, hiring a contractor, finding a tax preparer, or an honest mechanic, the Better Business Bureau seal means this business meets high standards. When I see the seal, I know I'll get what I pay for. No more taking chances and no more worries. And I feel good about supporting local businesses. My life is so much easier knowing I can always trust BBB accredited businesses. It pays to look for the seal. See for yourself at bbb.org/Iowa.
Darnie Danielson with you here. The final 9-0. The Menace over Winnipeg here tonight. Ended up Winnipeg playing a little short-handed after some injuries. And Tommy Barlow, the man of the match. Justin on the way down there to find him. He had 3 goals. Let's take a look at those goals. The second goal of the match came in around 30. And here is Barlow coming in. And heads it in off the Gonzalez, tried the bicycle kick there, and then he headed it in. Here's his second goal. This came off the corner. And as you see it coming in and into the net for goal number 2. And then they complete the hat trick. Here we go. Comes in and goal. So Tommy Barlow with 3 goals there to get the hat trick. It got started by Gonzalez 15 minutes in. Then Barlow got his 3. And Justin Vorster has wrangled Tommy Barlow over for our CBRE Hubble Man of the Match. And we are ready to go with Justin.
Tommy, congratulations, man of the match today. Hat trick.
Yeah.
Take us through the 3 goals that you scored.
First one, I remember Raul tried to do a little bicycle kick, and I think he missed it a little bit, and it popped up, and I was right there and kind of headed it in. The second one, right after the half, we knew we had to come out and get a quick goal. And it was a nice cross by Peter for a corner and put it in. And then the third one was a nice assist by Ricky. Made a little run in behind and kind of just put it right by the goalie.
Back-to-back wins. It's even though the score was 6-0, 7-0 last night, 9-0 today, it's got to be good for morale and confidence.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, especially going into Chicago on Tuesday. They're in second place right now, so we need a result there. So this is big for our confidence and scoring a lot of goals and stuff, especially because we need them on Tuesday. So yeah, it's big for us.
Another 3 points in the bag. I believe Kokomo beat Chicago today. I mean, where's that going to put you guys?
I believe we're sitting at 25 points now, and with a game in hand too with Chicago. So that puts us in a great spot too, because I think we have 5 games left now. So yeah, if we get a result against Chicago, then we should be sitting pretty good.
Chicago Tuesday night, Tuesday 10 o'clock in the morning. I think you guys are looking to travel on Monday, so at least you get a good night's rest. You play at 10 o'clock. Going into that game, what are your thoughts? You get 3 points, you could be looking pretty.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, it's a big game for us because I believe they're still in second place. So we beat them, I feel like we're in pretty good shape for the rest of the season, especially because our goal is obviously win the division, just like last year. So that's our goal.
Well, Tommy, congratulations again today. A great win, and good luck on Tuesday. And Dar, all the way back up to you in the booth. Thank you.
Thank you, Justin. That's the CBRE Hubble Man of the Match, Tommy Barlow, the St. Louis, Missouri native, playing for Wisconsin, and gets 3 goals here tonight. Let's take a break, and we'll come back and wrap things up here. A 9-0 Menace win tonight over Winnipeg. Back after this.
Miss your hometown clothing store? The one that had it all? Everything to get the work done, all in one place? G&L Clothing is your hometown Iowa store. Stop in and see us. Or we're only a click or phone call away. Family owned for nearly a century. G&L Clothing. 1801 Ingersoll, Des Moines.
G&L Clothing. Your size, your style, we've got it all.
You know what this means. It means and. But at Come and Go, it means more. So come in and look for the and to find something extra just for you. Come and Go, where and means more. Check out all our extras this summer, like any size drink for just $1.
Here's to everyone who believes in competition and good sportsmanship, who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
Poor eating habits and lack of exercise have contributed to a doubling of childhood obesity. The YMCA knows that lifestyle habits such as healthy eating and physical activity will help reverse this trend. The Y offers programs for kids of all ages, from preschool through high school. Water babies to swim teams, basketball, summer camps, flag football, child watch, and even lacrosse. If your family is serious about living an active and healthier lifestyle, why wait? Join the Y today and let tomorrow be the start of your healthier family.
Back here at West Des Moines Valley Stadium, the final, the Menace beat Winnipeg 9-0. You beat Winnipeg 9-0, the women too, right?
Well, I spoke to Matko before the game. I said, you can't get more than 9.
Okay. Well, 18 goals, that's a lot here for a day of soccer, but a good day. And for you, an exhibition match for the Menace, a key win, 3 points, as you said. And, you both go on to face Chicago coming up this next week. And so some big games ahead for both teams.
Yeah, definitely. The men are going to play Chicago on Tuesday. The kickoff's at 10 o'clock in the morning. But I've just heard that Kokomo beat Chicago today, which is great for the Menace. So it stretches their lead at the top of the table. So if they can go get a decent result against Chicago on Tuesday and hopefully come away with a point or 3 points, would be fantastic.
And you play Chicago too, and that's on the 3rd, right? And
second.
Second. Okay, second. So and that's going to be a test to your team to see where you're at too, right?
It's going to be a test. I'm going to have a good core of my team missing. But that's okay because other players need to step up. I mean, they need to be impact players and they need to come in and step into their roles. Every player on the team knows their roles and responsibilities, and it's going to be tough for us. But, hey, you know what? It's 90 minutes of football, and we'll go out there and fight.
All right. Well, a long day in the heat here, but both teams come out on top with 9 goals. So, overall, a good day for both squads.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, we didn't concede, and we scored goals, both teams. And it's good for Des Moines. It's good for the area, and we just got to keep the momentum moving forward.
All right. Well, good luck in Chicago coming up this match. The final here again tonight, 9-0. The Moines Menace beat Winnipeg, and that's going to wrap it up from Valley Stadium here on CISN.TV.
Tonight, Central Iowa Sports Network presents
left footer cross, goal by Cody Lofgren. Cross header in.
your Des Moines Menace Soccer. Des Moines Menace Soccer is brought to you by Come and Go, where and means more. Doritos, YMCA of Des Moines, and by Teal Chiropractic and Des Moines Orthopedic Surgeons. Des Moines Menace Soccer, live on Central Iowa Sports Network.